Hello everyone, PallyTime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. In today's video, we're taking a look at a very special character, Zeratul. He is one of the characters that launched with the game, and honestly, back in the alpha, he was definitely the strongest hero for a number of reasons. Back then, Void Prison was one of the go-to wombo combo ultimates, and if you had an Abathur on your team, way back in the day, they could also cast your ultimate. So Abathurs could take a clone of Zeratul, cast Void Prison, wait for that clone to die, wait for the cooldown of their clone to come back, make another Zeratul, and cast Void Prison before Zeratul himself could cast it twice. It was actually kind of nutty. He did not have Might of the Nerazim back then. Instead, he actually had something very similar to his level 4 talent, Darkness Descends, which would just give him a massive attack speed increase and have him go ham on an enemy. Kind of like Butcher, where you charge in and try to do as much auto attack damage as you can. Very similar to that kind of playstyle on Zeratul. Now, one great thing about this character is he's always had multiple builds that play very differently throughout his entire lifespan, even through the reworks, even through the talent redesigns and the shuffling of abilities. Right now, we see Q build Zeratul's doing very well. We see W build Zeratul's doing very well. And we also see auto attack hybrids doing very well. It's really awesome to see. However, his win rate is a little on the low side, 48.6%. I think it's because this character is definitely difficult to play. He has a popularity of 10.44 with a ban rate of only 3.71. So if you're interested in Zeratul, you can actually play him a fairly good amount. There was also a time in the game's history where you could put Void Prison on top of a mercenary camp capture and just take it, kind of similar to Leyline Seal on Medivh, but you could just put it over the entire capture point so the enemy had no chance of moving off or on, and it would count them as not existing, and you could just take merc camps from right under people's noses. That was one of my go-to strategies for a really long time, but it's good that it was removed. It was super duper toxic. Zeratul can be intimidating to play, but I hope today's video helps you understand him a little bit more. This was one of the first master skins I unlocked in this game. I was a fan of that system, let me tell you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Hanamura Temple today. The friendly team Zeratul, Anduin, Thrall, Artanis, and Abathur going up against a Probius, Brightwing, Deathwing, Abathur, Junkrat. I feel like this was my first game today that didn't have a Butcher in it. Or a Valera. Level 1, we're going to go for Shadow Hunter. Gather regeneration globes to lower the mana cost of Blink. Upon gathering 15 regeneration globes, basic attacks reduce the cooldown of Blink by 1.5 seconds. So if we focus on our globes in the early game, that allows us to be much, much more mobile. We do kind of have it's not a bad team by any means, but a weird one. Mainly going up against the Brightwing. If I blink in and she polymorphs me, that's really bad. I'm going to have a hard time with that. However, if we manage our cooldowns well and jump in and out of combat well, we could be pretty disruptive in today's game. So our Q ability is a cleave around our character. It just does damage in a circle. Our W ability is a straight line skill shot. It's called the Singularity Spike. And does he know he can cancel that? Almost. It's called the Singularity Spike. It sends out a projectile after a moment's delay. It'll deal damage and then slow a target. And then our E ability is Blink. And I am such a fiend for the... There we go. There's the slow. Vorpal Blade in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Woo! Still got it. I am such a fiend for the Wormhole that I find it very difficult to play other talents for Zeratul, which is why I'm going for this build today. There are a variety of builds that you can use on Zeratul. Some of them W focus, some of them Q focus, some of them auto attack focus. The one we are doing today, very auto attack centric, but it's also super duper easy to play. I don't want to hold the solo lane, so I'm not even going to pretend like that. So If someone could take that, that would be great. Instead, I'll try to get us some XP on the map by getting this. And then maybe rotate down and do the same thing underneath as well. These little mercenary camps on this map actually give a ton of XP, so it is in our best interest to kind of get this done. And this will be a good comparison for later in the game. Look how abysmal our lane clear actually is right now. It is not good at all. But by the end of the game, it should be pretty impressive. Whoop! Oh, that's close. Oh, I just calculated it. Everything was fine. There was nothing to worry about. There is a large amount of Abathur mines accumulating in that bush right there. I wonder if anyone's actually going to run into them. At level 4, we're going to pick up Psionic Strength. Dealing damage to an enemy hero increases all damage dealt by 6% for 3 seconds, stacking up to 30. With the way our build is going to be set up, we're able to spam out quite a lot of abilities. So doing something like that should not be that hard. We jump in and deal some pretty okay burst damage. Let me click on the light well because I want to heal up. We do have our samurai up, and we should probably take that before the objective starts. I'm going to ping for a top hat. Maybe we get one. If nothing else, I'll just start this, and then we can decide what we want to do. Ping for assistance one more time. Didn't get a top hat either. Oof, you hate to see it. Anduin is on the way and is healing us up. Thrall starting to move over here as well. Okay, the friendly team eventually got the... Whoa, God!
You will do better.
Lag. It was lag. Okay, well, we'll heal from our injury, and we will make our way back to the friendly team here very soon. I know that most of you know this. I know I say this every game. The most valuable thing on this map is the samurai. You should be looking to get that every opportunity you can, and keep that pushing against your enemies every opportunity you can. The reason I keep saying it is because that doesn't appear to be common knowledge in Quick Match. So the more we can spread the good word, the better off we're going to be. Junkrat moving in way too aggressively is going to be taken down as he's surrounded on all sides. We're going to wormhole back to our original location just to get out of the way of that samurai. So how wormhole works... if we teleport, you'll notice this bar appears. If we press E again, we return to our original teleport location. This is probably my favorite talent in the game. I think it makes it so Zeratul could do so much fun stuff, so much maneuverability, and so much expression, like individual expression. If you watch different Zeratul players, the way they manage their blinks are totally different, and Wormhole is kind of my signature, is the way I like to think of it. Especially once we hit level 10, we're going to get even more ridiculously strong stuff. Good damage on Brightwing, and we couldn't get out. Whoop! Thank you. Nice, that was a good save. That was a very good save. I overstayed by half a second, and that's why I wasn't able to Wormhole out of that. So the friendly team looking pretty good. Deathwing pushing bottom lane right now. Samurai should be up soon. 40 seconds on that. Let's see if we can rotate down here and do any damage to this guy. Now, I'm never going to get any percentage damage. I'm never going to be a slayer of Deathwing, really. But we have decent burst, and I mean, that adds up over time. Oh my God, it's a melee Deathwing. You see that? He did the W pulse. Oh, I love that. I love that. I wish that build wasn't shit. But I love that I'm playing against it right now. 10 on Samurai. I can at least get this started, right? Yeah. Especially with the Abathur top hat, we'll be totally fine. Now, general effectiveness on the map right now for Zeratul in the early game is very low, but as he levels up, he gains some very good talents for sustain as well as playmaking ability. Once we hit level 13, I'm going to be able to heal with every auto attack that I send out. We also have an activatable called Vorpal Blade. This allows us to teleport to the last target that we auto attacked. So we can like blink away and then cast Vorpal Blade to then go directly towards an enemy. I'm going to jump in really deep on the back line, lay down a turret, and see myself back out with Wormhole. We did that huge push into the enemy team, put the turret down, and scared them away, and then we return back to safety with turret in hand. Picking up a kill on Probius right as the objective is happening is very good because he's probably the only person paying attention to their lanes. So this Samurai should get a lot of really good value here. And we're just going to push in to make it even better. Junkrat starting to respond to the aggression. We blink. Oh, whoa, that was sloppy. There's that polymorph I was so worried about that I was talking about earlier. If Brightwing selects me as her polymorph target, that's almost the entirety of the duration of my Wormhole. So if I teleport in and she waits half a second and then polys me, I'm going to be stuck in that location. We have to play around that. At level 10, we did get the Might of the Nerazim, yet another incredible talent for Zeratul. And again, that freedom of expression is coming true again. For instance, I just cast 2 singularity spikes on that enemy Brightwing there. I could have cast my cleave twice. I could have blinked twice. It allows me to replicate my previous ability cast. This is what a lot of builds used. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, that was decoy. If I... Oh, hello. Oh, I wasn't expecting a dragon to be around that corner. So if I blink, I can then Might of Nerazim to blink again and then return back to my original blink location. It's really, really cool stuff and very difficult to wrap your head around if you're a brand new Zeratul player. If you are a brand new Zeratul, the best build you can play is the cleave build. You just press Q, press R, press Q again. It's pretty straightforward. With that objective, we do manage to take down all of the defenses in the top and bottom lanes for the enemy team for their tier 1 anyway. I'm going to push this lane back as well, and it looks like the friendly team is moving in for the Samurai, and we want to help out with that. We definitely want to help out with that. However, it's not a rush. I can jump over this wall whenever I want to. I can be there in an instant, and it doesn't look like the enemy team's moving in too aggressively. Double singularity spike onto... Oh, good poly. Oh, shit. I was able to blink away, but the grip just ensuring my departure there. We should go get ours now, since they're pushed back into their base defending the Samurai we took from them. We're in a pretty good spot this game. I would say the team's playing really well together. Honestly, probably the best I've seen all day. Notice my damage isn't particularly high. This may be a fault of my own. This may be a me problem, but I've noticed that my damage on Zeratul is a lot more single target focused, so I don't really rack up much AoE damage at all. The damage I do often sticks to targets really well, though. Like if I can get on top of Probius, the odds of Probius being dead are very, very high. Now that we're level 13, we're going to pick up Mending Strikes. This is going to increase our sustain quite a lot. Singularity Spike on to Deathwing, and we're just going to sit here and trade into him. We're not super worried about the state of the lane or anything. Good fear from his part, but watch this. Oh, don't watch anything. I thought I had a Vorpal Blade and I didn't. He's trying to leave. We blink in, cleave, Vorpal Blade, and then blink out. Look at that. Look at that. You love to see it. There is a big tussle going on over the turret camp down at the bottom, so we can start making our way down there. I'm constantly just trying to roam the map to get to the area I can be the most impactful in. And sometimes what being impactful means is standing still and being a ward for our team. So when they're moving in on this... Oh, that sucks. Whoa, that sucks, and I didn't drop my turret. They already see it. Okay. We might actually get it back with that swap in on Probius here as well. Beautiful. If I can stop moving and just be a ward for my team, that can be a very strong boon just observing an area. And with all of the cloaked characters, if you stop moving for a certain amount of time, you enter true stealth. It's no longer a cloak anymore. So the only way that they would know if I was there is, number one, if I was streaming and they sniped it. That's happened a few times. Very frustrating. And if they're hitbox, if they're on a mount and they move into me or something and notice that they can't move through that pixel, well, my body being there is the reason why. Friendly team is pushing in with the objective. We have a 2-level lead right now, and I am zooming my way over here. We're not that far away. The fight has begun, and Junkrat gets the laser called down from the heavens to stop him in his tracks. This turret from Probius, I'll just hit it a few times to get it out of here, and then there's another one immediately put up. That swap almost successful. Very, very close. Samurai is in play, and I do think it's something that we should consider. The friendly team moving in on that. Let me try to be a ward here. Actually, I mean, it kind of looks like they're just making bad decisions now. They're just moving in one at a time. That probably means we're in their head. In fact, everyone on the enemy team appears to be hiding in the base at the moment, which is not really what I wanted for my video. I wanted to be able to show off more cool stuff that my character could do. But, you know, what are you going to do? We're going to get Master Warp Blade at level 16. This makes it so every third auto attack we do deals bonus damage, and this simply allows us to jump in, deal some quick auto attacks, and then jump out for maximum burst. It's actually super satisfying when you get it right. Remember that your Vorpal Blade also resets your attack timer, so you can auto attack Vorpal Blade to auto attack again almost instantly. Kind of like this for big burst damage. And then I could have, you know, blinked away in that situation if it was an actual threat, if we were actually worried. Probius on the other side of the wall. Let's clear out these mines as well. Thrall rotating to join us. So this is looking like a pretty big push here, and the enemy is forced into submission. I haven't seen Deathwing for a while. Has a little dragon gotten a little upset? Oh, there he is. There he is. I shouldn't assume other people's feelings. That's toxic. Our samurai is up again, and I see no reason not to take it right now. We're kind of moving away from the enemy team's fortifications. In fact, if we wanted to take this one, look at all those fucking Abathur mines. That's kind of disgusting. We'll take down that pylon just so he can't ult us over here, and with the help of the friendly team, move in and claim this turret. Junkrat in the top lane is looking like we could do some damage to him. Is he going to rotate into me, or is he going to keep pushing? I actually kind of lost him. Yeah, I don't know where he went. I think he just backed straight up. Our samurai is up. I'll meet the team over there. The enemy team is getting pretty close to level 16 right now as well. So they are going to be on that equal talent tier. If we can get this before they're on the equal talent tier, that is just a good play. You know, make sure we have the most chances of success with taking it over. The objective coming up in just 25 seconds now as well. The map is painted blue. Other than that turret camp at our top left, that's probably a good call to get that, but I'm moving in on this. Brightwing is up here, so we have to worry about the polymorph, but the team seems to be doing great. Let me double cast my cleave. Vorpal Blade in. Oh, God, there we go. The Probius bomb. I'm watching that Junkrat and the trajectory he's taken. I did have my wormhole if we needed to very quickly warp out of the way of that, but he actually didn't pursue me too hard. Deathwing trying to do some work here. We got good damage onto Junkrat, and then I'm out. Look at that. Probably had a little bit more time, but that's the burst damage we can do when we lock in on a single target like that, and it's pretty intimidating. Our Abathur becomes us and then takes down the enemy Abathur. That is a power play if I've ever seen one. And Junkrat seems to be dancing, but... Look at that, bro. Look at that, bro. That is so fucking satisfying when you get it right. The amount of power Zeratul has is just so fun. He's always been one of the strongest characters in the game, and being able to show little glimpses of that in our A through Z for him is just really, really satisfying. Well, that was an incredibly one-sided match, but that's gonna be GG. 3-level lead, core down, map painted blue. That feels pretty good. Talents we went for in today's video: Shadow Hunter at level 1, Psionic Strength at level 4, Wormhole, Might of Nerazim, Mending Strikes, Master Warp Blade, and at level 20... We could have gone for Shadow Strike. I think that would have been fine. I think Shadow Mending would have been fine because we have Knight of the Nerazim. We have a few options here. Twilight Falls could have been great. I mean, we were more auto attack focused than like cleave focused, but I really think any of these could have been fine. If you want to play the Singularity Spike build, you have to take it at level 7, which is why I don't normally take it. But this allows you to teleport to the target that you land your W on. It makes that skill shot even more important. But then at level 16, you then get sentenced to death, so you're dealing bonus damage during that window. So if you get Might of the Nerazim and you could double cast this, that's a very long time where a target is taking that increased damage. If you wanted to go for the cleave build, just pick cleave every opportunity you get with Might of Nerazim and then Shadow Mending at level 20. So every time you cleave, you're also going to be healing Zeratul for a large amount of his health. He's always had a great variety of builds, and I'm happy that is still the case. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. And next episode, we're taking a look at Tezdingo.